Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Little to report from Norges Bank today. Analysis http ntvforex.com News ID 0815AF8 2020 22:02:51 p.m. Norges Bank NB kept rates unchanged at 0.00% and kept its neutral bias at today's meeting, a small interim meeting without updated projections. The next meeting is scheduled for September 24. Market reaction in FI and FX markets was limited. But, as we believe NB will be more upbeat at its September meeting, where we see a good chance of a new upward revision to the rate path, we still see upside for the 5Y segment of the curve and keep our positive NOK view. As we expected, NB kept rates unchanged at 0.00% and kept the neutral bias unchanged rates A in the coming period. This was a small meeting, i.e. only a press statement. NB, as we expected, recognized that both private consumption and the housing market had developed better than expected, and that inflation had been higher. On the other side, NB stressed that the A committee gave weight to the considerable uncertainty surrounding the further economic recovery. Overall, NB concluded that A new information largely confirms the picture of the economic developments presented in the June report. So, no new signals today. Still downside potential for EUR/NOK. EUR/NOK was spiking a tad post the NB policy statement, which overall provided no new signals. No game changer for NOK in itself, and near term we think NOK is set to be subject to global reflation recovery risk gyrations. In this respect, the Fed message yesterday might have put reflation hopes on hold somewhat, which in itself acts as a NOK headwind. The absence of new NB signals today leaves EUR/NOK downside risk limited near term, in our opinion, after the strong run in NOK rates and FX lately. Thus, neither the June low 10.4307 nor July low 10.4642 is about to be taken out, in our view. For the longer term, risks in EUR/NOK still appear tilted to the downside, as we believe pricing of rate hikes still has potential to be brought forward. We maintain our call that EUR/NOK has more downside risk near term, targeting 10.40 in 13M. Fixed income markets. The reaction in the FI market has been muted, with rates marginally lower. This might reflect that some market participants had been expecting a more upbeat rhetoric from Norges Bank. We have been arguing for a move higher in the mid-segment of the Norwegian swap curve, based on an expected repricing of the Norwegian forward curve. 5Y NOK swap moved 15 BP higher last week, but has edged slightly lower over the last couple of days. We still expect Norges Bank will be more upbeat at its next meeting in September, when the new policy report including a new rate path is presented, where we see a good chance of an upward revision of the rate path. Hence, we continue to see upside for NOK swap rates in the mid-segment. NBSP. Download the full Norges Bank review. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors.